Imagine Earth, brought to its knees in a matter of days. Winds faster than fighter jets. Storms capable of swallowing continents. Temperatures dropping so fast, they freeze everything in seconds. This isn't science fiction. This is survival. This is the story of a world ending. Not years from now, but the day after tomorrow. Before we dive into this epic story, hit that like button, smash the subscribe, and ring the bell to join the Recap Scope family, where we bring the most legendary films to life like never before. Let's go. Somewhere deep in Antarctica, an icy silence is shattered by a low, eerie rumble. On the desolate Larsen B ice shelf, Dr. Jack Hall and his team hammer ice cores for climate research. His colleagues, Frank and Jason, help extract the cores as they measure ancient atmospheric CO2 levels. But then crack. A fracture splits the ice beneath their feet. A section the size of Rhode Island breaks off right in front of their eyes. Alarms blare. Jack yells for the team to move. They scramble across unstable ground as massive ice sheets shear away with thunderous groans. The camera pans across the shattered shelf, revealing the terrifying scale of the event. Later, in Washington, D.C., Jack presents his findings at a NOAA climate conference. A giant projection screen shows terrifying simulations. Ocean currents slowing, the thermohaline circulation disrupted. Jack passionately warns the vice president and scientists that the melting polar ice could shut down the North Atlantic current. He's met with skepticism. The VP rolls his eyes. "You're talking about 100 years from now," he says. But British oceanographer Terry Rapson, watching remotely from Scotland, is struck by Jack's data. Meanwhile, strange things begin happening globally. In Tokyo, freak hail the size of baseballs batters downtown. Glass shatters. Cars are crushed. People scream as enormous white orbs smash through the skyline. In India, unseasonal torrential rains flood entire districts. Rivers overflow. Crops drown. The heat is unbearable. Entire villages are submerged. Rescue efforts struggle. Back in the North Atlantic, 3 buoys aligned along the current each detect a catastrophic drop, 13 degrees in seconds. At Terry's Oceanographic Center, simulations show an ancient pattern forming again, the start of a new ice age. Terry calls Jack. "You were right. It's happening faster than we thought." Terry and his assistant Simon examine satellite imagery showing the current collapse. "This is it," Terry says gravely. "The critical desalinization point has passed." In Virginia, Jack's teenage son Sam is preparing for an academic decathlon in New York City. Jack, buried in climate models, nearly misses saying goodbye. Sam is frustrated. His dad always seems too busy. Jack promises, "This is important, Sam. I'm doing it for your future." At the UN Climate Summit in New Delhi, Jack again pleads with global leaders. He's interrupted and ignored, his predictions dismissed as alarmist. Outside, blistering heat grips the city. On the plane to NYC, Sam sits beside Laura and Brian. Turbulence suddenly hits. Outside the window, bolts of horizontal lightning streak across unnatural green skies. The plane rattles as passengers scream, but they make it. In LA, meteorologists detect strange signatures on Doppler radar. They're confused. No storm fronts predicted this. Then, out of nowhere, tornado sirens scream. On live TV, multiple funnels touch down across the city. The camera catches the Capitol records, building being torn apart. Panicked anchors scream as the studio windows shatter. Glass debris. Whole rooftops are sucked into the sky. Cars are hurled like pebbles. Massive skyscrapers sway. The streets look like a war zone. In the aftermath, stunned survivors walk through ruins. Emergency services are overwhelmed. In Scotland, Terry analyzes more data. The Atlantic current has effectively stopped. He compares temperature differentials and watches the satellite view of massive cloud spirals. In Washington, NOAA scientist Lucy Fields and her team pore over satellite data. 3 colossal storm cells are forming, one over Canada, one over Europe, and one over Siberia. They begin spinning violently. What's terrifying is their structure. They resemble hurricanes, but over land. And they're massive. Jack's simulations confirm it. These are superstorms. Their eyes will pull down air from the upper troposphere. Temperatures of minus 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Anything exposed will freeze instantly. Meanwhile, Sam and his friends compete in the decathlon. The weather's worsening. Rain begins, then downpours, then chaos. Sewers overflow. Water bursts from manholes. Laura slips on the wet marble and cuts her leg. Suddenly, a monstrous wall of water appears in the distance. People scream and scatter. Sam sees the wave. It's a tsunami. Crashing through the city, it lifts cars, sweeps buses, shatters windows. A massive freighter sails between skyscrapers, carried by the wave like a leaf. It hits buildings, groans against concrete. Sam and Laura run, dragging Brian. They dive through the massive doors of the New York Public Library. The wave slams outside. Water floods the lobby. People pile in, so terrified. A moment later, silence. Then cold. Temperatures drop. Fast. Breath becomes visible. Sam finds a payphone and calls Jack. The water's rising. The temperature's dropping fast. Jack's heart sinks. He rushes to meet with government leaders. Terry joins via satellite. Their model predicts that the storms will pass over New York in 48 hours. In those minutes, everything exposed will freeze. Evacuation orders are issued, but only the southern U.S. can be evacuated. Northern cities are told to stay indoors, burn whatever they can. Jack tells his wife, a doctor in Washington, that he's going to find Sam. She's caring for a young cancer patient and won't leave. They say a solemn goodbye. Jack, Frank, and Jason begin to trek north. Interstates are jammed with abandoned cars. They march through blizzards. Whiteout. They reach a glass-roof shopping mall. The roof collapses. Frank sacrifices himself to hold the rope as Jack and Jason climb up. Snow covers Frank's body. Jack, shaken, pushes forward. Inside the library, survivors burn books. Luther, a homeless man, teaches them how to stay warm. Laura's leg is infected. Sam realizes they need antibiotics. On a Russian ship frozen just blocks away. Sam and Brian venture out. Winds howl. They stagger across the snow, reach the ship, and enter. Inside, it's a haunted place, empty, creaking. They find the infirmary. Outside, howls. Wolves, escape from the Central Park Zoo, stalk them. One attacks. Sam slams a door just in time. They escape with the meds and return to the library. Outside, the eye of the storm reaches New York. Wind vanishes. It's silent. Calm. Then the freeze. Clouds spin above. A funnel of icy air descends. Helicopters attempting rescue in Scotland and Russia freeze mid-air, fall like stones. One man, exiting the library for help, freezes solid mid-step. Sam boards up the doors. They huddle around fire. Snow seals them in. From orbit, astronauts aboard the ISS stare at a horrifying sight. Earth's northern hemisphere is white. A new ice age. One astronaut says, "We've never seen anything like this." Jack and Jason finally reach the library. They dig through snow, find the doors frozen shut. Inside, Sam hears the tapping. They break in. Jack hugs his son. Tears freeze on their cheeks. Later, helicopters from Mexico arrive to rescue survivors. The vice president, now acting president, give a speech. "We were warned. We didn't listen. Now we rebuild." Refugees across the U.S. are welcomed into Mexico and other nations. Jack and Sam, reunited, watch from a helicopter as New York listens, frozen but alive. Above, the ISS sees Earth. The sky is clearing. Cities glimmer beneath snow. We ignored nature, but nature didn't ignore us. And when the planet fights back, only sacrifice, courage, and unity can save us. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, drop a like, leave a comment with your favorite moment, and of course, subscribe to Recap Scope and hit that bell. We've got more epic journeys waiting for you. Until next time, remember, tomorrow is never guaranteed.